Hey 49ers fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports, and today, let's take a look at all of your mailbag questions, all centered around free agency and the NFL draft as submitted on our community page, community tab of our 49ers channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in, starting with It's Pyron18 says, how likely are our chances of trading out of the first round, knowing our history with the 31st overall pick? By the way, Thomas is the best Chat Sports host. Well, I appreciate that little ending part, although I'll argue whatever team you're a fan of, it's probably the host you're a fan of at Chat Sports. If you're a Raider fan, you're a Mitch fan. If you're a Cowboy fan, you're a Tom fan. If you're a Bears fan, you're a Harrison fan. It varies from host to host, but I thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, most likely chances of trading out of the first round. Well, I've said all before, that many times before, I should say, we should trade out of the first round. Unless your favorite draft player falls to 31, unlikely a wide receiver does, kind of likely Grant Delpit, the safety, does, but other than that, very unlikely that their perfect player, their ideal player, falls to 31. And if that's the case, then you should trade back. And the Niners are fully capable. They've talked about trading back, especially this week in Shanahan and John Lynch meeting with the media at the NFL Combine. But I decided to go ahead and show you guys what a trade back would look like for pick 31 or 32. So, obviously, we're pick 31, but I'm going back to the 2018 draft whenever the Eagles had won the Super Bowl. They were pick 32, and they made a move back with the Baltimore Ravens as the Ravens came up to get Lamar Jackson, and the Eagles went back to acquire more picks because they were still kind of reeling after the Carson Wentz trade when they traded up to acquire more picks. So, the Eagles got, in exchange for 31 and a fourth round pick, 132 overall, they got a second round pick, 152, 125, and a 2019 second round pick as well. So 2 second round picks is kind of the value right now, or at least it was back in 2018 for pick number 31. Now, you could see a team give up more, you could see a team give up less, but that's kind of a baseline right now for what we could expect in trading back. Now, again, you're giving up that first round pick, but to acquire 2 seconds and then a third or a fourth round pick on top of it, basically 3 picks for the price of 1, to me, especially in this draft, is 100% worth it because we know the Niners only have 6 total draft picks, which none of them are on day 2. It's a very deep draft. You get a lot of talent on day 2, rounds 2, 3, and 4. I'm all for them trading back Pyron. I just wanted to go ahead and show you what it would look like if they were to do so. Quick ad break here on YouTube. You guys know the drill. Let the ad run. Scroll down. Answer this question. What should we do with the 31st overall pick? Should we draft somebody? Should we trade it away? Should we trade up? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. All right, moving on here. Our next question from Madden Goat. Madden Goat, I guess it says 3 hours ago, but Madden Goat, I should say, excuse me. He says, if we re-sign Sanders, will we make it to Super Bowl 55? I'd argue no. I don't think re-signing Sanders is the difference in us making it to Super Bowl 55. I think we go ahead and get a different wide receiver in the draft or free agency, and maybe even have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl or making it to the Super Bowl than if we were to re-sign Emmanuel Sanders. So here's your free agent wide receiver list. We've gone over this a billion times. Just yesterday, I released my top 5 wide receivers the 49ers could go ahead and sign. You got to watch that video after this video plays. But here is the list of some of the top guys: AJ Green, Robby Anderson, Amari Cooper, and Rashad Perryman, all of which, in my opinion, would be better long-term than Emmanuel Sanders, even an aging 32-year-old AJ Green. Sanders last year, the stats are fine: 66 catches, 869 yards, 13.2 yards per catch, and 5 touchdowns. That's all good and dandy. But I think it could be better in terms of an entire 2020 season with a receiver like AJ Green, Robby Anderson, or Amari Cooper. Now, Cooper's going to be expensive. Probably unlikely the 49ers get him. But AJ Green, Robby Anderson, and Perryman should all be in play for San Francisco. And I think all of those 3 would be upgrades over Emmanuel Sanders. What do you guys think? Should we re-sign Emmanuel Sanders? Type Y down below in the comments for yes. Type N down below in the comments for no. Also, if you guys want to go ahead and bet on any games that are happening in the next couple of days and weeks, not just on college basketball, but the NBA, NASCAR, whatever you guys want to bet on, our friends at BetDSI will hook you guys up. Chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code 49ers to get a 120% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up. Put $100 down, and the deposit bonus via the promo code turns into $220. So do the math there. It's great stuff. Chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code 49ers. More questions here. 49ers for life. Ask, do you think if we win the Super Bowl next season and then Joe Staley retires, do you think we will give him a ring just like how the Chiefs gave one to Alex Smith? I mean, maybe, but does Joe Staley want a ring if he's not on the Super Bowl team? Like, this is asking if we win the Super Bowl this coming season in 2020 and Staley retires this offseason. That's what he's asking. If Staley's already retired by the time we win a Super Bowl, will he get a Super Bowl ring or should we give him one? I'd argue no, and I don't think he would want one. Why would you want a Super Bowl ring from a team that you didn't play on? Now, being injured and then getting one, you're still on the team. But if you just retire before the season starts and then we win a Super Bowl, I don't really see the point of it, and I don't think it really means anything to Joe Staley because he wasn't on that team. He still is a beast. You've been seeing the stats across your screen. 35 years old, 13 NFL seasons, 181 starts, and of course signed through 2021, so no indication he's going to retire yet. But I guess the question is, if you were to retire now, win a Super Bowl next year, would you give him a ring? No, I don't really think it's all that important. I don't think he would really care either way. He wants to win a ring and actually be on the team, as most of us would in his situation. Just hit 16,000 subs. If you guys want to subscribe to the 49ers Report, greatly appreciate it. Try to get to 20,000 here the next couple of weeks, maybe even before the NFL draft. Click the red subscribe button down below. Click up the notification bell as well. That way we grow quicker and quicker and quicker, as we have been doing for the past couple of months. More questions here in our mailbag video. Niners Superfan asked, do you think we could potentially go after Henry Ruggs in the draft? Also, when Joe Staley retires, do you think we could go after Trent Williams? I'll answer the second part of that first pretty quickly. No, I think the Redskins are trying to keep Trent Williams, and he costs too much if you don't have the firepower to go ahead and trade for him. Don't even think about Trent Williams. It's just not going to happen. The more important question here is going after Henry Ruggs. I would like Henry Ruggs. If he falls to 31 overall, you take him in a heartbeat. He's a sub 4.3 guy. He's a speed demon. He's going to be running some crazy numbers, or he did run, some crazy numbers at the NFL Combine, and will so at his pro day. But I want to show you guys the odds of him actually going to number 31 overall. Here's ESPN draft expert Mel Kiper's first-round mock in terms of where all the first-round wide receivers go. You see he has 4 being taken in the first round. Number 11, CeeDee Lamb goes to the Jets. The Raiders at 12 take Jerry Jeudy. The Eagles take T. Higgins at 21. And then right there's Henry Ruggs. The Bills take him at 22. So most mocks are not projecting any of the top four wide receivers, and these are the top 4 wide receivers, to go before or to go after pick 22. So most of them are saying before pick 22 is where these wide receivers are going to be taken. Philadelphia at 21 would take Henry Ruggs in a heartbeat if he is there, and I think Buffalo would do that as well, obviously, as they did in this mock. So if he falls, great, and I would take him, but he's not going to. So Laviska Shenault from Colorado, maybe he falls. He's had an injury plagued career. Not plagued, but he's been injured in the past. Maybe a Justin Jefferson, maybe someone else could kind of sneak into that spot at 31. But if you're talking specifically Ruggs, I don't see him being there at number 31 overall. I think Delpit, the safety, is probably the most elite name that could still be alive at 31 and in play there as well. Which wide receiver do you guys think is better, though? Because I think it's between Ruggs and T. Higgins in terms of a early 20, late 20 spot to go ahead and pick them. Type H down below for Higgins, type R down below for Ruggs. Different type of players, but I'm curious which one you guys would want more on the 49ers. A more possession guy like Higgins, catch radius, or a speed burner like Ruggs? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, we'll do a couple more here. Jason Lutz, Debo Hurd, Goodwin, and we might be looking into the draft for a speedster. Where does a vet fit? Would they be better off getting an older guy who's a bit washed up to mentor this young group over a vet still looking to play? It's an interesting question. An older guy a bit washed up to mentor, or a vet still looking to play? I guess you're kind of going for like a Danny Amendola versus an A.J. Green, or a Dez Bryant versus an A.J. Green, because A.J. Green is still a vet who's going to want to play, but he could still mentor them. I like the idea of bringing in an older wide receiver. It's a matter of which one you want to do. That's why signing A.J. Green makes the most sense over Emmanuel Sanders, because he's still good, but he's also a veteran to mentor young guys like Samuel Hurd and maybe another rookie wide receiver you draft this year. It's not paramount, though. I don't think you need to have some sort of, passing of the torch wide receiver, kind of mentoring a younger wide receiver. It's not exactly something that happens a lot in the National Football League. I would not worry about it too much, but overall, I think a veteran would fit in well with this squad. We'll have to wait and see what they're going to go ahead and do at the NFL draft, really in free agency over the next couple of weeks. Huck Hatch 13 asks, what do you think? Sign Armstead, drop Sanders, sign A.J. Green or Cooper, trade for Slay, get a second and third round picks. Okay, there's way too much going on here. This is not all going to happen. You can sign Armstead, yes. You can then drop Sanders, yes. You can then sign A.J. Green, yes. You would not be able to sign Amari Cooper instead of A.J. Green. You're not going to be able to trade for Darius Slay unless you want to give up your first-round draft pick. And I don't know where you get your second and third-round picks. So some of this is possible, but not all of this is possible. It's very hard to make this all work. Signing Armstead, signing A.J. Green, trading for Darius Slay are all technically possible, but you're left with very little cap space after that and no first-round pick, meaning your only picks are taking place in the 5th, 6th, and 7th round. So I don't think Slay is going to happen just for that reason, unless they were to trade back and then make the trade for Darius Slay, but I doubt Slay is going to be available available during the draft because most teams are going to already have tried to trade for him before the draft. That way they could go ahead and, if they didn't get him, draft a wide receiver in the upcoming 2020 draft. So there's a lot going on here. I would like to do all of this. I just don't think it's totally possible. What is possible, though, check out some sweet 49ers gear at chatsports.com/49hat. They're selling hats there. There's a bunch of other gear as well. A lot of it is discounted, so find the link in the description. Chatsports.com/49hat is the place to get all of that. Couple more here. We'll actually go ahead and do one more. Shark Attack 18. I hear a lot of talk with the Jimmy G and Tom Brady. How secure is Jimmy G's spot at quarterback? There's always one question of these, right? Even though we talked about this many times in previous videos, which you can go watch on the channel, I'll still answer it. It's fine. We're okay? Okay, he's fine. We're not taking Tom Brady. Now, Brady's going to go test free agency according to ESPN's Adam Schefter and Jeff Darlington of ESPN, but the Niners are not going to be in the mix. It'll be the Titans, the Raiders, or the Bucs. They're your top 3 landing spots right now for Tom Brady. And just to wrap it all up, how about I leave you, not with my words, but John Lynch's words on Jimmy Garoppolo, where he says, quote, "We're extremely proud of Jimmy and committed to Jimmy moving forward. He's our guy." As I've said, from the day he walked into our building, he made us better. We continue to feel that's the case. Jimmy G is going to be the quarterback of the Niners going forward. I know you wanted to ask. It's fine. I'm not going to get mad, even though I've gotten mad in the past. Just type G down below in the chat right now to show your love for Jimmy G. If you think Jimmy G, quarterback of the future, just hit G, enter. Hit G, enter. Just type G down below. Throw some love in the chat for him. I'll be putting G's down there on my own channel as well. But I just wanted to answer that question just in case people are still wondering if we're going to get Brady. It's not going to happen. Don't even think about it. It's not going to happen. We have Jimmy G, much younger, brighter future than 59-year-old Tom Brady, who has 1 or 2 good years left. We can't even really afford him unless you want to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going in a tangent. We're stopping that idea right there. There you go. All the time we have for today for our 49ers mailbag video. Again, plenty more combine coverage coming up on the channel, as well as stuff going on in the future next week. Pre-draft coverage. We're really getting into all of that in the next coming days and weeks. For the 49ers Report, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Thanks for your questions. Enjoy the rest of your day.